Hi, welcome to Zydoxer, where we upload videos 3 times a week, so please like and subscribe. Okay, on with the video. Today we're looking at the 1990 Universal Studios Jaws ride incident. Universal Studios Florida is a theme park located in Orlando, Florida, and is owned by NBC Universal. The park features many attractions, rides, and live shows that are mainly based on movie and television themes. The park was built for an estimated $631 million and was created to rival Walt Disney World. It opened on the 7th of June 1990 and has expanded greatly over the years and is classed as a huge success with approximately 10.9 million visitors a year. One of the first attractions to open was the Jaws ride. This ride was based on the famous Steven Spielberg film of the same name, Jaws. Jaws the ride featured a boat tour through the fictional island called Amity. Guests encountered sharks around the ride, with the most famous great white shark swimming towards them and then attacking the boat. This ride quickly became a fan favourite for visitors to Universal Studios. In July 1990, just under 2 months of the park opening, 39-year-old Anthony Salamone from New Jersey visited Universal Studios with his family. They were on vacation at the time. They were enjoying their day visiting the different themed areas of the park and the attractions on offer. The Jaws ride was one of those attractions. Salamone and his family were fully engaged with the ride's thrills when the boat entered the lagoon. At that point, the great white shark animatronic rose from the water to attack the boat. Salamone fell against the safety bar that surrounds the boat, and due to a missing pin, the safety bar broke, sending him plunging into the water. As he struggled to get back to the safety of the boat, the shark was seemingly swimming towards him. Salamone's children were heard screaming and shouting that the shark's going to eat Daddy. Luckily, Salamone was able to get back onto the boat with help, and only suffered some cuts and bruises. Fellow riders at the time thought the incident was all part of the ride's entertainment. They were applauding and cheering as Salamone was rescued. It came to light after that the area he fell in was the worst area possible, as it was the deepest part of the ride, with a pit of about 30 to 40 feet deep, and was where most of the underwater mechanical parts were. Following the incident, Salamone filed a lawsuit against Universal Studios for $1 million. The lawsuit claimed negligence in maintaining the ride. Even though Universal disagreed with the lawsuit and Salamone's recollection of events, they did settle out of court for an undisclosed amount. Even though the Jaws ride was only around 2 months old, Universal had many problems with it. They were having problems with the mechanical components, so they decided to drain it and completely rebuild the ride. This rebuild took 3 years to complete and reopened in 1993. The rebuild was initially a success, and the Jaws ride was definitely a favourite of visitors to the park. However, Universal found the maintenance of the ride to be very expensive and challenging. For example, all the maintenance had to take place at night after the park was shut, and if work on the ride couldn't be done on the surface of the water, they had to dive down and complete works under the water. Can you imagine diving down to around 30 foot at night to work on a shark? It must have been eerie and creepy. Along with the expense of the upkeep, the ride was still plagued with problems. So, on the 2nd of January 2012, Universal closed the ride for good. The area where the Jaws ride was redesigned and reopened in 2014 as Diagon Alley from Harry Potter. Also, even though Universal closed Jaws ride in Florida, there is still a Jaws ride in Universal Studios Japan. Please let me know in the comments what you think of this ride. Have you ridden the ride? Would you have ridden the ride? Also, please support the channel by hitting the hell out of that subscribe and like button. Thank you for watching. I hope you join me in the next video. Bye for now.